Ever wondered how a simple piece of metal transforms into a sharp, reliable knife? Well, you're in for a treat. Knife making is an ancient practice, blending art and science in a dance of precision and creativity. It's a craft that demands patience, skill, and an understanding of materials. Today, we're going to delve into this fascinating process, from selecting the perfect steel to the final sharpening of the blade. So buckle up, prepare to embark on an enlightening journey through the intricate world of knife making. The first step in the knife-making process involves choosing the right steel. That's right, not all steel is created equal. The type of steel you choose can dramatically alter the characteristics of your knife. Some steels are tougher, able to withstand heavy use without chipping or breaking. Others are harder, maintaining a sharp edge for longer periods of time. And then there are those that are more resistant to rust and corrosion, essential for knives used in wet or humid environments. There's high-carbon steel, known for its superior hardness and edge retention. There's stainless steel, famous for its corrosion resistance. And let's not forget about tool steel, revered for its durability. Each has its own unique set of benefits, and the choice largely depends on the intended use of the knife. So when it comes to crafting the perfect blade, the journey begins long before the forge is ever lit. Remember, the choice of steel can make or break the quality of the final product. Once the appropriate steel is chosen, it's time to forge the blade. Now, forging is not just about beating the steel into submission. It's a delicate dance of heat and hammer, where every strike shapes the future of the blade. Imagine the smith's forge, a fiery furnace that breathes life into cold, hard steel. The heat from the forge softens the steel, making it malleable, ready to be shaped. The steel is placed into the forge until it becomes red hot, a spectacular sight that signals the steel is ready for shaping. The moment the steel leaves the forge, the hammering begins. Each strike is not random, but carefully planned and executed. The craftsman's hammer is an extension of their will, shaping the blade with every hit. The blade's profile begins to form, a unique identity emerging from the glowing steel. But forging is more than just shaping. It is also about strengthening. As the steel is hammered, its internal structure changes. The repeated heating and cooling, the constant hammering, rearranges the steel's molecules. This process, known as work hardening, increases the blade's toughness and durability. The blade becomes resilient, capable of withstanding the rigors of use. Shaping and strengthening go hand in hand in forging. The steel is returned to the forge, heated and hammered again and again. Each cycle further refines the blade's shape and enhances its strength. Finally, the blade is left to cool. This is a slow, controlled process, as rapid cooling could introduce stresses that might lead to cracks. As the steel cools, it hardens, locking in the changes made during forging. The process of forging is transformative. It's a metamorphosis from a simple piece of steel to a blade with purpose and strength. It's a display of skill, patience, and artistry, where raw materials are transformed into something functional, yet beautiful. The forged blade, while still rough, starts to reveal the shape of the final knife. It's a glimpse of what's to come, a promise of the masterpiece that lies within the steel. The journey of the blade is far from over, but its potential is already shining through. After forging, the blade undergoes grinding and heat treating. Let's delve into the grinding process first. This is where the rough shape of the blade, born in the forge, is refined. Imagine a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble, revealing the form hidden within. That's what grinding does for a knife. It's a meticulous process, and it's all about precision. The craftsman uses a grinding machine to carefully remove excess metal, honing the blade to its final shape. The process is repeated on both sides of the blade until a rough edge is formed. This edge, while not yet sharp, sets the stage for the knife's final form. But we're not just grinding for shape here. The process also creates something called a bevel, a sloping surface on the blade. The bevel is crucial for the knife's function, allowing it to cut and slice with ease. Once the grinding is complete, we transition to heat treating. Heat treating is the heart and soul of a knife's durability. It's a two-step process that involves heating and cooling the blade. First, the blade is heated to a very high temperature, usually around 1400 degrees Fahrenheit. This process is known as hardening. The blade is heated until it becomes non-magnetic and is then quenched in oil or water. This rapid cooling transforms the structure of the steel, hardening it. The second part of heat treating is tempering. The hardened blade is heated again, but this time to a lower temperature, usually between 400 and 500 degrees Fahrenheit. This reduces the brittleness of the blade, making it more resilient. After tempering, the blade is cooled slowly to room temperature. Heat treating is a delicate balance. Too hard, and the blade becomes brittle and can snap. too soft and it won't hold an edge. But get it right, and the result is a blade that's both hard enough to maintain a sharp edge and tough enough to withstand use. These steps refine the blade, bringing it one step closer to becoming a finished knife. The blade is now ready for the final steps: handle attachment and sharpening. This is where our knife truly takes form, transforming from a piece of sharpened steel into a functional tool. When it comes to attaching the handle, the choice of material can greatly influence the aesthetics and feel of the knife. Craftsmen might choose from a variety of woods, metals, or synthetic materials, each with its own unique characteristics. Wood, for instance, offers a warm, traditional aesthetic and is often used for its natural beauty. Metals, on the other hand, provide a sleek, modern look and are prized for their durability. Synthetic materials like micarta or G10 are also popular for their toughness and resistance to environmental factors. The process of attaching the handle involves carefully fitting the material onto the tang of the knife. That's the part of the blade that extends into the handle. This is done either by drilling a hole in the handle material and sliding it onto the tang, or by splitting the handle material in half, hollowing it out, and then securing it around the tang. The handle is then secured with pins or a strong adhesive, ensuring a firm, solid grip. Once the handle is in place, we move on to the sharpening process. This is what gives the knife its cutting ability. The edge of the blade is ground down on a sharpening stone or wheel until it's razor sharp. This process requires a steady hand and a keen eye, as the angle at which the blade is held against the stone can greatly affect the sharpness of the edge. It's a delicate balance. Too steep an angle, and the edge becomes blunt. Too shallow, and the edge might be thin and weak. After sharpening, the blade is often honed with a leather strop or honing steel. This polishes the edge, removing any remaining burrs and giving the blade a razor-sharp finish. With the handle attached and the blade sharpened, our knife is finally ready. It's a testament to the skill and patience of the craftsman, a tool that's as beautiful as it is functional. We've now walked through the entire knife-making process, from a piece of steel to a functional tool. It's the culmination of a journey, an intricate dance of art and science. It begins, as all things do, with a choice. The selection of the right steel is the first step in this process. Picking the perfect grade, one that balances hardness and toughness, is not merely a matter of preference, but a careful consideration of the knife's intended use. The transformation of this raw material into a blade is where the magic truly begins. Forging the blade is a process steeped in tradition, a testament to the timeless nature of this craft. Each strike of the hammer shapes the steel, bending and molding it to the craftsman's will. This is more than just a physical change. It's the embodiment of the craftsman's vision, the first glimpse of the knife to be. The refinement stage is where science takes center stage. Grinding and heat treating the blade are critical steps that determine the knife's performance. Precision is key here. Too much heat and the blade becomes brittle. Too little and it won't hold an edge. It's a delicate balance, a dance of fire and metal that requires skill, experience, and a deep understanding of the material's properties. The finishing touches bring the knife to life. The attachment of the handle, the final sharpening, these are the details that transform a piece of steel into a tool, an extension of the craftsman's hand. The handle must be comfortable, the blade sharp, the balance perfect. It's a process of refinement, of infinite adjustments, until the knife is just right. Throughout this process, one thing remains constant: the craftsman's dedication to their craft. Each step, each decision is a testament to their skill and passion. They balance the art and the science, the tradition and the innovation to create something truly extraordinary. In conclusion, knife making is more than just a process. It's an art form, a science, a tradition. It's the embodiment of a craftsman's dedication and skill, the tangible result of their passion. It's a dance of fire and steel, of precision and intuition. It's the transformation of a raw material into a functional tool, a piece of art. Next time you hold a knife, remember the skill and craftsmanship that went into creating it.